What is the most viewed series on Netflix? Netflix stays the planet's hottest streaming service, surpassing 200 million subscribers on the finish of 2021. However, what are all of them watching? From whimsical melodrama to cult sci-fi, the one frequent trait between the next Netflix TV collection is their recognition. 10. Fate, The Winx Saga, 57 million. 2021 drama 1 season. Fairies try and hone their magical items at a boarding faculty whereas negotiating love, rivalries and the other world's monsters. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states concerning the teen drama, flat, flimsy, and forgettable, Destiny, The Winx Saga is a fantastical flop that fails to seize the magic of its supply materials. 9. Emily in Paris, 58 million. 2020 comedy drama 1 season. A 20-something girl is employed to supply an American perspective at an advertising agency within the stylish French capital. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states, although its depiction of France is très cliché, sick, Emily in Paris is rom-com fantasy at its most interesting, spectacularly dressed and crammed with charming performances. 8. Sweet Tooth, 60 million. 2021 drama 1 season. A half-human mutant boy battles for a brand new starting with a gruff protector on a post-apocalyptic planet Earth. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states concerning the fantasy drama, emotionally partaking, fantastically acted, and extremely entertaining, Candy Tooth will fulfill fantasy followers of all ages. 7. The Queen's Gambit, 62 million. 2020 historic movie 1 season. A stupendous orphan battles habit in a bid to develop into the world's main chess participant in 1950s America. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states concerning the coming-of-age drama, its strikes aren't at all times good, however between Anya Taylor-Pleasure's magnetic efficiency, extremely realized interval particulars, and emotionally clever writing, The Queen's Gambit is an absolute win. 6. Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem and Madness, 64 million. 2020 documentary 1 season. This documentary explores the weird world of massive cat breeding within the US, populated by a solid of eccentric characters and criminals. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states, a weird true crime story you need to see to consider. Tiger King is a messy and charming portrait of obsession gone terribly improper. 5. Stranger Things S3, 64 million. 2016 sci-fi 3 seasons. A boy's mysterious disappearance from a small in the United States marks the start of a mystical conspiracy unraveled by a cliché of sci-fi obsessed younger mates. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states concerning the 3rd season, Stranger Issues transforms itself right into a riveting if acquainted summertime experience that basks in its neon-laden nostalgia without dropping sight of the wealthy relationships that make the collection so endearing. 4. Money Heist S4, in Spanish, 65 million. 2017 thriller 4 seasons. A mismatched solid of criminals makes an attempt one other of their seemingly not possible mission deliberate by a genius mastermind. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states about Spanish heist crime drama, an audacious plan advised in a non-linear trend retains the 3rd installment shifting as cash heistry focuses on the relations between its beloved characters. 3. Lupin S1, in French, 70 million. 2021 thriller 2 seasons. Legendary gentleman thief and grasp of disguise Lupin embarks on an audacious quest to avenge his wronged father. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus states concerning the thriller, Omar Sy effortlessly hits each mark in Lupin, an engrossing espionage thriller that lives as much as its supply materials after which some. 2. The Witcher S1, 76 million. 2019 Fantasy 2 seasons. Monster-looking mercenary, The Witcher Geralt, battles to adapt in a world the place he has to be careful for people as a lot as his prey. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus describes the fantasy motion collection as, although the world of The Witcher at occasions feels solely half-formed, Henry Cavill brings brawny charisma to a collection teeming with subversive fantasy components and darkish humor. 1. Bridgerton S1, 82 million. 2020 Romance 1 season. Impressed by Julia Quinn's standard books, this collection traces the love lives of the Bridgerton household's youngsters throughout Regency-era England. Rotten Tomatoes critics' consensus describes the interval drama as luxurious design, soapy drama, and a sterling solid make Bridgerton a pleasant deal with. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe. Don't forget to share.